Hi guys, it's Jacob from StringBuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being the music journalism site, links are in the description down below. And we have a brand new song review for you today, and it's the latest track by Mura Masa featuring Desiigner, and that's All Around the World. So I'm going to refer to the original article as I usually do for these videos, so I hope you enjoy. Now I actually think Mura Masa is a fairly decent DJ, and he definitely has a couple of tracks out there within his discography that I can definitely just flick on and have a good time with. They're quite good sort of dance, almost sort of Caribbean sort of influence tracks, but it's done in a good way. It's not your sort of stereotypical generic way. He is a bit hit or miss though, and seeing who he's teaming up with this time around, that being Desiigner, didn't really initially sort of fill me with confidence, I guess. So shall we see what I thought of this brand new track? Well, I must admit, I've been racking my brain for a little while now, trying to really find the right words to describe this song and what the best way of putting it was, but I've come to the conclusion that there's no point pussyfooting around it. The track is just flat out bad, really. It's poorly produced, Desiigner sounds woeful, it's boring as well, it has no impact at all. The bass is surprisingly weak, and there aren't any aspects here at all which I can even say are really passable, let alone being likable or good or anything like that. I get it that Desiigner has been having a really hard time critically over the last few releases, and just because this track isn't as horrific as his last EP doesn't mean that we can really just breathe and let him off on this one. This track is just bad, and I can't sit here and lie about it and try and accept that it's just trap influenced, and I'm not a big trap fan anyway, but I've heard trap music be done so much better than this, and this track has just been executed really poorly. Production-wise, it is really weak, especially for a Mura Masa track. The little sort of synth xylophone thing, which is currently the in-trend at the moment since everyone's using it, it's practically a preset right now, still sounded really weak to me, and dynamically it was also very poor, as it never really escalated or declined and just felt like it was looping with no change at all, which I think it probably was. When it comes to the bass, sure it was there, and I can't deny that it was there, but it didn't really come in with the sort of power or thickness that you typically expect from a track like this. It is especially weak if you compare it to the sort of trap composition around at the moment. Desiigner's auto-tune here sounds horrible to me, and it genuinely sounded worse than when Future usually tries to sing. And again, I can't find a single aspect in the production that I thought was any decent, and it just sounded like a really rushed mix too. When it comes to the musicality of this track, there isn't really much to say here. You have some quick verses and you have some quick choruses, two of which I think, and the loop never really changes in the background. The only thing that even transitions at all is the bass in and out of the mix during their retrospective sections, and it is just really poor to me. The melodies are bland and forgettable. There isn't a single sequence here that I could really class as being catchy. Desiigner puts in a really poor performance here, no doubt just for a quick sort of paycheck, and it doesn't even sound like a track that would really fit into each artist's discography. And I say that more in a sense that it just hasn't got anything unique or stylistic about it at all. It's not frenetic or explosive enough to really bob to and have fun with. It's not fast enough to dance to. It's not chilled out enough to really relax to, and I just don't really get the aim here. The lyrics as well are just generic as heck, and you could have taken these lyrics and slapped them on any other track around at the moment and I probably wouldn't have noticed. They're some of the worst lyrics perhaps I've heard this month, and we're right on the tail end of this month as well, so that's saying something. So all in all, as you can probably tell, I can't say I really recommend this track. If I had produced my worst tracks of the month list after listening to this track, this one would be in there with a shout, I think. I gave it a G rating of 2 out of 10, which is well below average, so if you like this video then please leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.